So, it's no secret that the MCU is looking to add their own version of the X-Men into their universe. We know Doomsday is going to have some of our original X-Men that we saw from the Golden Fox movies. That's going to be super cool to see, yeah, but what about after? Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart are getting just a little bit too old to stay in those roles, so we're going to need some fresh blood, of course. And to really stay true to what the X-Men mean in the comics, we'll need some great writing. And that's the part that scares me the most. Okay, it doesn't actually scare me, but the X-Men are such a crucial part of comic books, and they mean so much to people, not just as superheroes, but as characters that people can relate to. Yeah, of course, they're pretty cool, but the X-Men are much more than cool characters. They're people who are different, and because of that, they get treated poorly and were looked at with disgust, honestly, because some of them look different and had abilities that others didn't. Similar to how minorities are treated with such racial prejudice in the Civil Rights era. Stanley himself even mentioned how he loved the idea of them being hated by normal people, quote unquote, because it related to what was going on at the time. His exact words were, "Then it occurred to me that instead of them just being heroes that everybody admired, what if it made other people fear and suspect and actually hate them because they were different?" I love the idea. It not only made them different, but it was a good metaphor for what was happening with the civil rights movement in the country at the time. Them being different and hated by others is such a crucial part of their mythos and story, and making sure that audiences can relate to that is going to be one of the most important parts of the movie. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm some super huge and the biggest X-Men fan, but I'm pretty sure that I've read enough to at least know some things that are almost essential to making sure this movie is going to be an authentic, good X-Men movie. Now, another thing that's really important to, I'm sure, a lot of fans is going to be that they actually make Cyclops the leader. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Fox movies. You were really good, but we fumbled hard with that, I can't lie. It is so crazy how dirty they did Cyclops in those movies. I mean, he had like a minor role, maybe a medium role in one. And X2, he was there, I guess. You know, he had like maybe a moment. I don't remember much. My Last Stand, oh no, that was that was the worst ever. He was just eviscerated like 25 minutes into the movie by his wife, by the way. Well, Phoenix, but you know what I mean. And that really sucked because I did like James Marsden's Cyclops a lot, and it's just really tragic. But hopefully we will get to see him be the leader that he always is in the comics. But I'm also glad that 97 was able to, you know, make that right again and have him actually be that leader and that cool guy that Scott always is, which we didn't see much of in the Fox movies. Now, another thing I also heard some people say was that like they don't want Wolverine to be introduced immediately into the X-Men and to like wait at least a movie or two before we add them. And I guess I see where they're coming from. Like we've had a lot of Wolverine, of course, since he was dang near the leader of the X-Men in the Fox movies. And we just had Deadpool Wolverine, and Wolverine's probably going to be in Doomsday. Maybe even Secret War. So yeah, I get it. Maybe just leaving him out for a little bit would help, but who knows? Yeah, a new Wolverine actor would be pretty cool too, of course, but Jackman is still always going to be my goal. But yeah, we should give him some time to flush out the regular X-Men and not have to rely on the hype of Wolverine, you know? The last thing I want to touch up on is that they need to absolutely bang on the casting. I don't need to see some crazy A-list celebrities or actors and actresses playing these characters. If we could find some more unknown or just completely unknown actors or actresses for this role who are actually good at their job and who would even preferably look just like the characters. I always think that's the better route to go, especially for big movies like this, where they can have their big break and really show the world that they're great, and that would be really amazing to see. I don't want to see some actors just be casted because they're super hyped right now or super popular. Like, for example, I've seen a lot of people say Jeremy Allen White for Wolverine. And don't get me wrong, cool dude, love him in The Bear. But I don't see him as Wolverine personally. Who knows? Maybe he'd do good if it happened. I'm sure people didn't see Jackman as Wolverine either, but he, of course, knocked out the park. So yeah, it would be possible, sure. But I just don't personally see it. I don't think they should just because of the hype. I think it'd be better to get someone who looks a little more comic accurate. I mean, then again, maybe he could have some crazy transformation. Who knows? But yeah, but I think the best bet will be to get a lesser known actor for Wolverine and for the whole X-Men, honestly. Just lesser known actors and actresses. Not fan cast for Storm, and usually it's because they pick like the most popular black actress right now.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
So yeah, that's definitely a thing. Can't really be surprised if that's happening, but yeah, we don't need just the most popular black actress or the most popular actor right now to play one of the characters. Like, it's better to let other people shine and have their moment and to find who's really gonna be the best for their role, you know? Honestly, I just want to quickly bring up James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender. They were amazing in First Class and Days of Future Past. I did watch Apocalypse. Pretty decent movie, I'll say. Yeah, not my favorite. Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix was Dark Phoenix. That's kind of crazy how like they fumbled the Dark Phoenix storyline twice in movies. I don't know how this keeps happening, but let's just pray they stay away from it for a third time. As I was saying, Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy were honestly amazing in First Class and Days of Future Past. Literally the best part of those movies. They were phenomenal. That's why I think casting is going to be super important to make sure that we feel connected to the characters, not just because of what the X-Men stand for, but also just as people who have stories and different backgrounds and who are all just a little bit broken inside because they're different, but they found this new family and they have people to love and connect with again, you know? Yeah, guys, that's it. I just wanted to quickly make this little video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can subscribe, leave a like if you want, and in the comments, tell me what you want to see from the X-Men MCU, or some fan casts you have, or what's your favorite things about the X-Men. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. Drink some water. You know, of course, stay hydrated. I'll see you in the next one. Stay loving.